Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 weekly reset video. My name is Story, and today is September the 1st. Can you Adam and Eve it? That means one thing, we're running up until the 8th of September, because that's how things go around here. Hello, Mr. Soviet Russian. There you go, there he is. And Solstice of Heroes is ending soon. I got the warning, so I thought I'd pass on that knowledge, because I'm nice like that. Anyway, what have we got to do in Destiny 2 this week? Well, if you're new to the game, welcome. Come on in, pour yourselves a steaming hot brew and pull up a pew, because this is the tower map. And regard all these lovely, neat little icons that represent vendors. And vendors happen to be some of our favourite people in the Destiny world, because they happen to distribute bounties, challenges, quests, all kinds of stuff. It's very helpful, trust me, because in pursuit of all of these wonderful things, you will be awarded loot. Have a look at Shax here with his live fire exercises vendor challenge. His weekly challenge consists of completing 8 of his bounties. In return, you'll get some powerful gear at tier 1. Gear comes in a variety of tiers, tier 1, 2, 3, and pinnacle stuff. Pinnacle stuff is the most juiciest of the beef that is on offer, meaning that is the top power cap business that you can get. So all the powerful loot will get you up to 1050 in power level, and then if you want to go beyond 1050, you will require pinnacle loot in order to do so. That is my brief explanation of that. But anyway, on with the show. Various vendors will have different challenges. We've got pretty much the theme is complete 8 bounties to get the powerful gear at tier 1. That is true with the Gunsmith, Crucible, Vanguard, and the Drifter over there for Gambit. And then if you happen to be a member of a clan, you can earn 5,000 XP for your character, and that will get you some powerful gear at tier 2. There it is, slightly higher power level stuff. Don't forget the means to an end questline, which is with the Season of Arrivals. That will get you some pinnacle loot if you complete that, as well as the new Prophecy Dungeon awarding pinnacle loot. I tried to combine loot and gear and said Leah, but there you go. It's late. I don't know what time it is for you guys, but for me, it's past 8 o'clock, and I get up at 4 to get to work. For 7, I have to drive a lot in order to get to work. So right now, my brain is mush. Not exactly the best condition to be in, but we're here. We shall enjoy it, and we'll slap our thighs and go huzzah. That's how it works. Anyway, what have we got to do then? Let's have a look at the destination screen. These are all the planets that you can visit in your ship, which you don't have to pay for gasoline. So that's good, isn't it? Yeah? Anyway, let's have a look at the Vanguard playlist. There are 4 items on the menu. The first being daily heroic story missions. You don't have to worry too much about this. This is just an option for you to be able to replay some of the campaign missions that you may have some kind of nostalgic affinity with. Isn't that poetic? But moving on to the meat and veg, Vanguard Strikes. The weekly is complete strikes using the same subclass element as the currently active elemental burn. 3 strikes completed with the above attributes will get you pinnacle loot. Leah. Let's go with it, Leah. Pinnacle Leah. That sounds like a different language. We're very multicultural these days. Anyway, that is the stuff. What's the weekly elemental burn? Well, you can just have a look here. It's Solar Singe for the week. That is what it is. So equip your solar subclass, complete 3 strikes, and grab your pinnacle loot. Then moving on, we've got the Big Bad Daddy-O Nightfall Ordeal, which this week happens to be the Corrupted. So if you're after the Horror's Least Pulse Rifle, you can farm the Ordeal. You can also play in a variety of different difficulties, but we've got 2 weekly challenges. Complete the Nightfall 3 times, and that will get you powerful gear at tier 1. Bearing in mind, higher difficulties grant the more efficient progress. Then you've got another weekly challenge. Complete the Nightfall Ordeal with a team score above 100,000 points to get your pinnacle stuff. Nice. So that's the Ordeal, and it is the Corrupted this week. Then we've got our vanilla Nightfall playlist consisting of 3 Nightfalls. This week we have Lake of Shadows, the Pyramidion, and the Festering Core, 2 of which have specific loot. If you are interested in grabbing specific loot, then you will have to grind the strike over and over again. The more you play it, the more your chances increase at getting said specific loot. So keep on grinding. So the Lake of Shadows has for us the Malicious Birthright Kinetic Grenade Launcher, as if we're not sick of kinetic grenade launchers. But anyway, that is the strike that you would grind if you want yourself a good roll on that. And then we've got the Silicon Aroma from the Pyramidion, which is an old-style legendary sniper rifle. The Festering Core has nothing. Don't ask me why, because nobody knows. Okay? Right then, moving on. What else have we got to play with Destiny 2 this week? We've got the Gambit playlist, which consists of 4 items on the menu. One is the Reckoning, which is a cooperative arena. That is right. Fire team of 1 to 4 players, although I don't really recommend going into this activity without a full complement of fire team members, really, to be honest. It's got a few different flavors, tier 1, 2, and 3. They're all the same power level. And this kind of activity is going to be if you're interested in grabbing some of the Season of the Drifter bits of gear, for example. So it's completing titles and trying to get badges and whatnot. That is the stuff. And it's got Void Singe this week, in case you didn't know, and Grenadier as the daily modifier. Then we've got Gambit, which is the meat and potatoes. We've got Gambit Vanilla, Gambit Deluxe. So 3 matches completed in either or of these playlists will get you some Pinnacle Lear, okay? That's the stuff that you're after, Pinnacle. Then there is private matches if you want to see who out of your family can defeat a primeval the fastest. How about that then? Anyway, moving on, we've got Crucible. 2 playlists to choose from. 2 types of playlists, rather. There's plenty of playlists to choose from. As you can see, there's a million things on the screen. But anyway, 2 types of playlists. We've got Rotator matches. They are at the top. It's consisting of Team Scorched and Showdown this week. 2 completely different types of mode. Team Scorched is 6 players holding Scorch cannons, so you can imagine the mayhem. But anyway, 4 matches completed in the Rotator list will get you powerful gear at tier 1, and then not forgetting Showdown, which is a 4v4 more competitive style arena for you there. But anyway, either or, matches complete, 4 of powerful gear at tier 1. Then we've got our core playlist, which consists of Rumble, Control, Elimination, Survival, Freelance Survival, and Classic 6-Stack. So 4 games completed in either or of these playlists will get you some Pinnacle Lear. How's about that then? You love it. And then, of course, if you want a 1v1 your nan, you can whip her into a private match and show her who's boss with your spare rations. How about that then? Anyway, what else is there to do in Destiny 2 this week? Well, we've got a lot of things. There's lots. Look at all these glowing, lovely, shimmering yellow icons, which means there's stuff to do on said planets. The flashpoint this week happens to be on, it says Titan on the API, which is a lie. It is a lie, I tell you. I don't believe it, not even for 1 second. The flashpoint this week is Mars, as it clearly says here, look. What's a flashpoint? Well, public events spawn. You go and complete those public events, and you watch the progress bar up on the planetary vendor advance towards the 100% region. That's pretty much it. So looting lost sectors gets you a small percentage. Killing the boss in the lost sector and looting the chest, small percentages, but mainly public events and doing heroic public events. Turning those public events heroic. That is the stuff. And that's your flashpoint, and that will get you some powerful gear at tier 1. While we're here on Mars, there's still Escalation Protocol, a Horde mode style event, and if you're interested in what weapons would be dropping from the final boss, this week it is the SMG. That's spelled SMG. There you go. That is the stuff, if you're grinding that this week, there it is. So that's Mars for you. What else is there to do? Well, on the moon, I like the moon because there's plenty of varied activities and lots of pinnacle Lears to be pursuing. So we've got Nightmare Hunts, weeklies. Complete any Nightmare Hunt activities. All difficulty tiers grant progress. So 3 of completed basically will get you some powerful gear at tier 1. Then we have a completed Nightmare Hunt on Master difficulty for your pinnacle loot. That is the stuff that you want to go for. So you've got 3 Nightmare Hunts to choose from, and they revolve each week. Then we've got pinnacle loot at the Pit of Heresy dungeon. Fantastic stuff. Still to this day, it's relevant stuff. I love it. So you got Pit of Heresy for your pinnacle loot. You've also got the Garden of Salivation raid there. Salivation Army pinnacle loot for that. Then we've got the vendors. We've got Erismorn with her memory quest completed, and then there is the Nightmare Slayer from the Lectern of Enchantment. If you complete Nightmares Mine's been stuck at 10 for about 10 months now. I'm busy. What I've got to say is not my defeating the nightmares. It's not my priority at the moment. But anyway, 30 nightmares defeated over in the Altars of Sorrow. There they are. Look, fast travel there, and you'll get yourself for some powerful gear at tier 1. Altars of Sorrow is a very nice horde mode style activity because it has a definitive way of grinding for legendary weapons. There's 3 different bosses. That's Altars of Sorrow, and they all rotate on a daily basis. There's a boss that will drop a sniper rifle. That's an energy sniper rifle. A boss that will drop a kinetic shotgun, a slug shotgun, and a boss that will drop a rocket launcher. Rocket launcher's a bit pat, but the other 2 are quite good. So they're worth grinding if you haven't been grinding those already. And there you go. There's the moon, ladies and gentlemen. I love the moon. What else? In other news, on the Dreaming City, it is Dreaming City Curse Week 2. And the Ascendant Challenge is in the spine of Keris. So there you go. That's the Dreaming City this week. Don't forget to go to Petrovenge for all your bounty needs. So now we're going to go and have a look at the nomenclature of the bounty system. This is for the noobs to the game. If you're a noob, this is good stuff. So open your ear holes. We've got weekly bounties. We've got daily bounties and additional bounties. How's about that then? So, this is the Gunsmith. His weekly bounties will reward you with XP, Glimmer, upgrade modules, and for today, a Barian bow. I always think of Barabrith, which is a very nice Welsh bread product. I like it when Barian broth. But anyway, that's a planetary resource, and you'll get some other stuff there. Oh, he's missing. You never really realised that. There's no planetary resource for that one. That's a squeeze, isn't it? Right then, we're going to have to start petitioning and protesting for that. But anyway, the upgrade module is very handy stuff because it helps you upgrade your gear. The daily bounties will award a mod component 2 of an enhancement cores, both of which are very handy. Enhancement cores will enable you to masterwork weapons and armor and things like that. It's very, very, very important, yes. The additional bounties from the Gunsmith only award XP, but we're going to go over to some of the other bounties and see what they award, and we'll talk a bit more about that in a moment. But anyway, mod components can be spent here. Material exchange. We've got an armor mod and a weapon mod, which is sold every day. So if you've got these, or if you're not interested in these, just come back in 24 hours and they'll change. Okay? So we've got the Power of Rasputin and Icarus Grip. Icarus Grip is an absolute must for many Crucible weapons. So definitely pick those up if you haven't before. You can also exchange various resources for upgrade modules and enhancement prisms, and if you've got lots of stuff and you're rich in Ascended Shards. So there you go, that is the stuff of the Gunsmith. If we run on over to Shax, who's just around this corner here, we're going to have a look at his bounties, because as well as getting Crucible rank, which will get you a bit of legendary gear and if not shards and stuff, we get Bright Dust from the weekly bounties from Shax, also from Zavala at the Vanguard and the Drifter as well. So Bright Dust is the currency that you can spend in the Eververse store without having to spend real peanut. Can you believe it? That's your hard-earned cash for silver. So you get awarded some Bright Dust for completing the weekly. You don't for the daily bounties, but you do for additional bounties. It's not very much, but you can go back to additional bounties and constantly grab them, depending on how rich you are with the Glimmer situation. But it's pretty good. So if you're spending the day in Crucible, it's always good to come back and pick up as many additional bounties as you possibly can, because you'll get Bright Dust, and that means you can spend it here in the Eververse store. Now, most of the stuff is available for silver, which is what you get for spending real money. We've got the weekly offerings in the featured section here. We've got Flag on the Play. That is an exotic emote, and it involves... That looks like a Quidditch thing, doesn't it? Let's play it again. Harry Potty. Almost like a little Quidditch ball. But then you go Flag on the Play. Exotic emote. We've got the Micro Mini. Look at it. It is micro and it is mini. It's amazing. And then we've got the Jubilant Shell, a ghost shell that looks like a beach ball, funnily enough. You can use your eyes there and look at that. And then there's the Flick of the Wrist for a spinning diamond. That's a legendary emote, and you keep spinning it. Then we've got a Sandcastle projection, because why not? In the Destiny universe, why would you not want a projection of a sandcastle over your ghost? And then we've got the daily offer. Come back each day, 24 hours, these refresh. Savage Haymaker finisher. There you go. That's the stuff. And then for Bright Dust, there also is a featured section here. I've already hungrily lapped up this Soul Piercer ship for Bright Dust. It looks fantastic, and it takes a shader. Does it take a shader? I think I like the Jacarina on that. Look at that. It's beautiful. And then there is the Twisty Dance. I don't think I've got. I don't think I want it either. Or do I? Probably do. Put it in the collection. Then there is Shocking Entrance. This is a transmat effect. A must for all the Stormcaller mains out there, in my opinion. And then there is the Pomegranate Gloss. Not the floss. The Pomegranate Gloss. For those times where you really want a pomegranate that's extra shiny. It's disgusting. Anyway, here's the event stuff. This is the stuff for Solstice of Heroes, ladies and gentlemen. You've got your packages. You've got your emotes. You've got ghost shells. You've got all kinds of stuff. It just browse it at your leisure is all I can say. And then we've got the seasonal stuff, exotic ornaments, finishers, emotes, all the things are here. Be wary that items may become unavailable for purchase after the season ends. If they don't become unavailable, they go here in the archive. So you can browse these at your leisure as well. That's where they go. So there's a lot of money that you could end up spending here. But then here's the pièce de résistance of my friend's pronunciation of the English. This is the stuff. This is where you can spend. This is where all the meat and veg is. You spend your Bright Dust here, look. Power Rising. We're going to break wind. Oh no, we're going to have green hairdos. I'm not going to get that. Anyway, there's the Cabana shell, exotic ghost shell with a lovely sombrero. There's the Era's Grace Sparrow. You can spin it around. Look at that. It's a shame you can't do that with the ship. And then there is the intimidating snap, and it is because there's 3 of them doing it. I don't want that in my face. There's Dream of a New World, weapon ornament there for Sturm, exotic hand cannon, spelunking shell with a nice cowboy hat business. There you go. That's got Treasure Hunter and Speed Demon. That's not a bad combination there. Then we've got a bunch of flair, all the shaders. There's some transmat effects there for you as well, and consumables and boons. And that, ladies and gentlemen, wraps up the weekly reset video, 1st of September up until the 8th of September. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Thank you very much for watching. On behalf of myself and Planet Destiny, have an absolutely fantastic week in the game. Have a fantastic week outside the game. Whatever you're doing, just have an amazing time. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And remember, smoke us a kipper. We'll be back for breakfast.